Namo Myoho Renge Kyo. Namo Myoho Renge Kyo. Namo Myoho Renge Kyo. Hi, friends. Thanks for being here. Thanks for your practice. Listen, I've had this question many times over the years. We don't know what the specific little nuances of our karma is any more than we understand our entire strand of DNA. But we contend with its expression moment to moment, day to day, on and on. So, this question that I get on occasion is, Sifu, Sylvain, I just, no matter how early I get up in the morning, I can't get a full Gongyo in before I go to work. Or I manage my time well enough that I can get a full Gongyo in the morning, but at night, I just, whether I get home late or there's a bunch of things, whatever. It's always this issue of time. Can I do a full Gongyo? And I've heard, organizations, groups, people chant for more time, chant for more fortune. Forget all that. Again, that's operating on superstitions is the province of religion. This is not a religion. We're trying to perfect our experience of life, right? Plain and simple. And it's our practice. So if you can't make time for it, then that's your karma getting in the way. This is what Shakyamuni taught. This is what every scholar of Buddhism, actual Buddhists, have taught. Right? Our first obstacle is ourselves. We're samsaric beings. Right? The next obstacle generally comes with our relationships, primarily with family, next with friends, and next with people, associates, people on down the line. It's a truism, it's a cliche that the people closest to us, the ones who influence us the most, the one that by no fault of their own, we seek to please and therefore influence ourselves to do things we wouldn't normally do. Not always. Sometimes we're inspired to do really great things. So I don't mean to be negative. I'm just pointing out that all of our obstacles ultimately are of our own making, whether consciously contributing to or simply the result of the momentum of our lives, our freight train of karma, yeah? And I call it a freight train, you know why? Because there's an endless amount of cars hooked up to this engine. The karma is immense, right? Look up karma in this book and you'll see. So today we're talking about Gongyo. And this question of time management. Can I get it done? First of all, I really, really would like for all of us to not look at Gongyo as a drudgery, a job. We should be fully engaged and enjoying, and as I say all the time, savoring our practice. Right? If I set a day a week, or if I just observe a day where I have a lot of free time, I should be motivated and joy-filled to sit down in front of my Butsudan and go, let's see if I can take 3 hours to do this Gongyo. And just enunciate and be in it. It's singing a song. It's singing the song of our enlightenment. And the rest of the week, well, if you could do that every day, how marvelous, right? Nichiren said he was at a point in his life where he was living Namo Myoho Renge Kyo in every moment of his day. What an amazing life condition, yeah? And that's how we should view this. This is a precious, amazing, unequaled practice. So don't make it a drudgery. Enjoy it. If you can chant for 45 minutes, don't challenge yourself to chant 2 zillion daimoku in 45 minutes. Chant daimoku at a pace where you can enunciate and feel it and know it and stare at Myoho and observe your entire mandala and move your eyes around in it. Chant with the treasure tower in the center and know with each character that you're invoking your Buddhahood, right? And if you only do 30,000 meager daimoku in 45 minutes rather than 3 million, those 30,000 are going to be far more incredible in your life condition than racing through them. Savor your practice. This is an amazing practice. And now I want to tell you something right in the front end of this, what to call it, definition in the Buddhism reference book that I'm writing. And this is directly from Nichiren, and I quote Nichiren so that you know I'm not inventing this. It's not a very long entry, but you need to know this. Number 1, recitation of the entire Lotus Sutra, not just the 2nd and 16th chapter, or 15th, depends on the version. Recitation of the entire Lotus Sutra combined with daimoku and the meditations at the end is the comprehensive practice. So maybe that's what you do on a Saturday or a Sunday or a day that you set aside for really experiencing the comprehensive practice. Sing the entire Lotus Sutra. In fact, that's another book to do. I've seen a lot of phonetic translations of the Hoben and Juryo chapter, right? Our liturgy. But I haven't seen that in the form of the entire Lotus Sutra. I'm going to get to work on researching that. Second, the recitation of the Hoben, the expedient means chapter, and the Juryo, lifespan of the Tathagata chapter, with the daimoku and meditations at the end of the liturgy. That's called the abbreviated practice. And third, the recitation of the daimoku, Namo Myoho Renge Kyo. Nichiren calls that the essential practice. So guess what? If your life and your freight train of karma at this moment, because it's going to change, is rushing you out the door, at very least, you have time to chant before you head out the door. That is essential. If you can make more time, if you have more time, chant more daimoku, and maybe go through the Hoben and Juryo chapter once, and then read through the 5 meditations. Experience them. Don't just read them and go, done, right? Just consider them. Meditate on those 5 meditations. And then go, right? If you have time to go through each meditation and recite the Hoben and Juryo chapter 5 times in the morning, then do that. See, take it in steps. Just make sure that whatever step you're on, 1, you're not rushing it, and 2, you're engaged with it. That's the most important. Okay? And maybe once a week, once a month, on special dates, whether it's New Year, your birthday, whatever, your anniversary, that would be really cool, right? To have somebody, your anniversary of being together, you sit down and you recite the entire Lotus Sutra, or you read the entire Lotus Sutra, and then you do an abbreviated Gongyo, chant for a little while. What an amazing celebration, yeah? So please think about Gongyo in that it's very important in the practice, but you should enjoy it. You should be engaged with it. It shouldn't be a drudgery. Okay? As described by Bodhisattva Nichiren in several letters, as in the following quote from the Daimoku of the Lotus Sutra, one of his Goshos, quote, "The 8th volume of the Lotus Sutra of the Wonderful Law states that one who accepts and upholds the mere name of the Lotus Sutra will enjoy immeasurable good fortune. The Lotus Sutra of the Correct Law says that if one hears this sutra and proclaims and embraces its title, one will enjoy merit beyond measure." And the supplemented Lotus Sutra of the Wonderful Law says, I think, is that a Miao Lo? I think. Says that one who accepts and upholds the name of the Lotus Sutra will enjoy immeasurable good fortune. These statements, this is Nichiren talking now, these statements indicate that the good fortune one receives from simply chanting the Daimoku is beyond measure. To accept, uphold, read, recite, take delight in, and protect all the 8 volumes and 28 chapters of the Lotus Sutra is called the comprehensive practice. This is Nichiren. To accept, uphold, and protect the expedient means chapter and the lifespan chapter is called the abbreviated practice. And simply to chant one 4-phrase verse or the Daimoku, and to protect those who do so, is called the essential practice. Hence, among these 3 kinds of practice, comprehensive, abbreviated, and essential, the Daimoku is defined as the essential practice. End of the quote. This is Nichiren. So you don't have to rely on me. Nichiren is telling you, delight in, relax. There are many ways you can practice all of this. Give yourself a chance to build up your momentum in your full expression. It takes time. Sometimes we run into karmic stuff that needs to be worked out. Sometimes it's so difficult to work out, it takes it form as an illness or an accident because it's easier to work through in that way. We're strange creatures. This is the nature of samsara. Karma manifest expresses itself not only because it's of a certain tendency and condition, but it's affected, influenced by conditions. Right? So if your life condition is in a place where some karma, which would normally be difficult to overcome, can see that your life condition has the strength to wipe it out, don't think of it as oh gosh, now my negative karma, my bad karma. No, there is no negative or bad karma. It's just that the strength of those tendencies requires an equal commitment to convert, defeat, reorganize, right? We're constantly in a sing-song of influence with this massive freight train of karma. Actually, we should go, wow, another opportunity, right? We should always look at our lives as practicing Buddhists with this amazing tool to look upon the events of our lives as another opportunity, another opportunity, another opportunity. Opportunity for what? To manifest more of our potential, of our lives, of love, joy, breathing, being. So that's it. That's Gongyo. Relax, commit, get engaged, revel in your practice. Okay? Savor it. Right? If you've got one last piece of food in the refrigerator and you're really hungry and you're not going to be able to go buy more food until the next day or the next, then that little morsel of food that's left in the fridge, eat it slowly. Take your time. Let it season itself in your mouth, right? Really experience it. I know it's a silly analogy, but we all get food, don't we? Okay. Anyway, thanks for listening. Thanks for your practice, mostly. And your support. Don't forget, like and subscribe. It's really a bodhisattva thing to do because it helps the algorithm make us more available, grow the Sangha. If you can, purchase an ebook or a print book. Anything to support your practice. That's why we're here. Don't forget the free stuff, right? The podcasts and all the information on threefoldlotus.com. Whatever it takes for you to feel confident so that you can savor this practice. If I'm missing something, let me know. That's what the comments are for, or email me directly, tlksylvain@gmail. I want to hear from you. In the meantime, savor your practice. Take care of your health. Be kind. Doesn't cost you anything. Except maybe a little focus. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.